If you want to be winning in life, our next guest is sharing the secret to performing better, achieving more, and building character. Dr. Jim Loehr is the author of The Only Way to Win.
And he
is the co-founder of the Human Performance Institute here in Orlando, and my good friend and mentor.
You're well connected.
Quite the introduction. I bring all my friends. So, Jim, you have worked with a slew of professional athletes and business executives, and what you really do is work on building character. And that is one of the things that I really admire about you. How do you work with building character to then help them to figure out how to translate that into winning?
You know, it's an interesting thing. For over 2 decades, we've been trying to find ways to get people to perform at these extraordinary levels. So we've worked with 60 number ones in the world. And one of the things that's...
Number ones of what?
In all sports.
All sports.
In all
Tennis,
sports.
golf.
In all kinds of competitive events. Olympians and so forth. And what we found was that these remarkable achievements that they had garnered in this massive chase to be so good didn't really play itself out in terms of feelings of worth, value, fulfillment, satisfaction in life. And in fact, they were only as good as their last performance. If they performed at this level, they'd have to perform at that or a better level. And we began to wonder, what does create a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment in human beings?
And what is it?
And what we began to look at was, we started asking them, what is it that you want to stand for at the end of your life? When you put a tombstone there, what do you want that inscription to read? Really, that you were a person of value here. And it always went back to the same thing. It went back to this notion that you contributed to someone else's happiness. Right. You made a contribution to something beyond your own self-interest. And so what we learned was that achievement is all about you. Chasing something for your own, value and enhancement, that's great, but your sense of fulfillment and happiness in life comes from reaching out and extending your energy, your life to people beyond your own self-interest. That is where fulfillment comes from. So what we did was fulfillment and the sense of self, when you start to give it away, takes us into the sense of virtue, into character.
What do you mean by giving it away?
When you give your energy to something bigger than yourself, to a cause and a purpose bigger than yourself, it takes us into the space of character, to the space of virtue.
How do you define character?
So character is who you really are, but there are different kinds of character. One's performance character that helps you perform and achieve great things in life. And then there's what we call moral and ethical character, and that defines your relationship to other people. And the gold standard of how you live a fulfilling life is your connection to others.
And you talk about bracketed morality a lot in your book. What does that mean, and how does that tie in?
Well, so often in life we build this sense that we're going into a competitive arena here. I don't really need to be this good person. I'm going to really set some boundaries, and I can do whatever I want because this is bracketed. This is outside the boundaries of normal life. So that happens in business, it happens in sports, happens in lots of arenas. But what we're trying to do at the Institute is to help people to understand that you can actually repurpose your achievement quest to do something extraordinary, but to do so for the express purpose of building the capacity for maybe being warmer, more loving, more considerate, more generous, more connected to other human beings, to devote all of this, not just for yourself, but for a cause that actually is bigger than yourself. And then you not only perform better, as we found, you actually get a deeper sense of fulfillment in all these quests.
And that you don't have to give up your health and happiness along the way in order to get that. Which is what happens with a lot of these athletes and these business executives, is that you just lose yourself while you're achieving.
One of our goals at the Institute is to help people achieve things they've never dreamed possible, but not at the expense of their health and happiness. Because when you give everything to a cause and you lose your health and happiness is connection to other people, you lose totally in the biggest sense of that context.
I could just listen to him all day.
I know, right?
And what you've just described is the remedy to all of today's malaise, which is get yourself off yourself, start thinking about helping other people, start thinking about giving. And that's the real character. What a
Which is the only way to win.
Thank you so much.
The only way to win is to win with character. It's the only way to lose, too.